Genius Kids. Cultivating love for learning.
Chapter 7. The Why Girl. The little girl was about 10 years old. She was pursuing a large snake. I ran following her, dragged her back by her ponytail and shouted, "No, Moina, no." "Why?" she asked. "It's not a grass snake, nor an ordinary snake. It's a cobra. Why shouldn't I catch it?" "Why should you? We eat snakes, you know well. The head you chop off, the skin you sell, the meat you cook. But not this time. I. No, child. But why?" I dragged her back to the Samiti office, where Moina's mother, Kiri, was weaving a basket. "Come and take a little rest," I said. Word meaning: pursuing, chasing, dragged, pulled, ponytail, plaits or bunches of hair hanging from backside of head. Why? Why not? Are not you tired? Moina shook her head. "Who will bring the babu's goats home? And collect firewood and fetch water and lay the trap for the birds?" Kiri said, "Don't forget to thank the babu for the rice he sent." "Why? Didn't I have to sweep the cowshed and do 1,000 jobs for him? Did he thank me? If he didn't thank me, why should I?" Moina ran off. Kiri shook her head. "Never saw a child like this. All she keeps saying is why. The village postmaster calls her the Why girl. I like her. She is so obstinate and unyielding." Moina was a Sabar. Sabars were poor and landless tribes. But the other Sabars never complained except Moina. Her questions were endless. Why do I have to walk miles to the river for water? Why do we live in a leaf hut? Why can't we eat rice twice a day? Moina tended the goat herd of the village babus. But she was neither humble nor grateful to her employers. She did her work and came home, murmuring, "Why should I eat their leftovers? I will cook a delicious meal with green leaves and rice and crabs and chili powder in the evening and eat with my family." The Sabars don't usually send their daughters to work. But Moina's mother was lame, her father had gone to far away Jamshedpur in search of work, and her brother, Goro, went to the forest to collect firewood. So Moina had to work. That October I stayed at the Samiti for a month. One morning, Moina declared that she would move into the Samiti hut with me. Kiri said, "You won't." "Why not? It's a big hut. How much space does one old woman need? What's about your work?" "I'll come after work." She came with one change of clothes and a baby mongoose. "It eats very little and chases away the bad snakes," she said. "The good snakes I catch and give to mother. She makes lovely snake curry. I'll bring some for you." Word meaning: humble, modest, grateful, thankful, leftovers, remaining. Malti Bonal, our Samiti teacher, told me that she will exhaust me with her whys. What a time I had that October. Why do I have to tend the babu's goats? His boys can do it themselves. Why can't the fish speak? Why do the stars look so small if many of them are bigger than the sun? And every night, why do you read books before you go to sleep? I said, "Because books have the answers to your whys." Moina was silent for a moment. She tidied the room, watered the flowering rangan tree and gave fish to the mongoose. Then she said, I learned to read and get to know the answers to my questions. She would tend the goats and tell other children all she had learned from me. Many stars are bigger than the sun. They live far away, so they look small. The sun is nearer, so it looks bigger. The fish do not speak like us. They have their own language, which is silent. The earth is round. Did you know that? After 1 year, when I went to the village, I noticed Moina's voice. Why is the school closed? She challenged Malati as she entered the Samiti school dragging a bleating goat. What do you mean, why? Why shouldn't I study too? Who's stopping you? But there is no class. School is over. Why? Don't you know, Moina? Take classes from 9 to 11 in the morning. Moina stamped her feet and said, why can't you change the hours? I have to graze the babu's goats in the morning. I can come only after 11. If you don't teach, how will I learn? I will tell the old lady that none of us, goatherds and cowherds, can come if the hours are not changed. Then she saw me and fled with her goat. I went to Moina's hut in the evening. Word meaning: exhaust, to tire a person greatly, tidied, cleaned, rangan, a kind of evergreen flowering shrub. Nestling close to the kitchen fire, Moina was telling her little sister and elder brother, you cut one tree and plant another too. You wash your hands before you eat. Do you know why? You will get stomach pain if you don't. You know nothing. Do you know why? Because you don't attend Samiti classes. Who do you think was the first girl to be admitted to the village primary school? Yes, Moina was the first girl. Moina is grown up now. She is 18 years old. She teaches at the Samiti school. If you pass the school, you are sure to hear her impatient, demanding voice, why don't you ask me questions? Don't be lazy. Ask me, why should mosquitoes be destroyed? Why is the pole star always in the north direction? And the other children too are learning to ask why. Moina does not know that I am writing her story. If she had known, she would have asked me, why are you writing about me? Why? Mahasweta Devi. Word meaning: nestling, laying close and snug to somebody, grown up, adult, impatient, intolerant.
Like, share and subscribe.